This is weird, seeing this game on this full-sized screen again. We're back on Pixel Gun. Oh dear. But I did just re-download it precisely for this video, only just for this video because I got a new grind going on, and I didn't want to have to do it on my phone, even though I did it the whole of last night anyway. It's a bit pointless actually, but I wasn't. I mean, I thought I was gonna do this anyway, right? So might as well like do something productive, sort of, whilst doing this, instead of just sitting there playing Pixel Gun like a pleb and just not really getting anything done. Thought I might as well, yeah, do a talk whilst we're at it. And basically, it's the Pixel Pass. I know I said I wasn't gonna grind this season, and I didn't. I literally got the Pixel Pass, the premium pass, just last night, and basically just finished everything. Like, I was just like really soft playing during the whole season. Like, I sort of hopped on, saw a challenge that was easy, did that, and then just I basically got everything done. And at the end, I thought, oh, might as well. It would be a bit of a waste to just not collect any of this stuff. So I thought, yeah, sure. And I looked at my elite challenges, and basically everything was near, like pretty much everything was done anyway, except for trophies. Sorry, something in my mouth. And sorry, my mom just came home. My God. So I was saying, trophies. Yeah. I was at like 400 somehow. I think at the start I was sort of grinding some tournaments because, well, tournaments give good gems. But well, near the end I just kept on missing the time because to actually like efficiently get gems, you need to time it really well to join tournament, like in the last like 4 hours, but not 2 hours before it ends. And I just kept on like missing out. I just kept on missing the time. So I just ended up not getting much. I just ended up not joining much tournaments. And yeah, basically before I got the pass, I was at 400. And last night I just went and grinded tournament for like how long? Like 3 hours, and got myself some trophies. And well, probably not 3 hours, but yeah, did that. And so I basically got that was basically all of the challenges done, and now I've only got deathmatch left, and I'm gonna be doing that today. So just wonderful, just perfect, and I'm pretty sure I'll actually get it done before the end of the video, which might be a bit of a issue. Who knows? I'll probably go somewhere else and just sit there and not do anything. But yeah, I guess I'll get started then. So yeah, I mean, speaking of grinding and games, I haven't even been doing that much, apart from Pixelgun, I think. I mean, Minecraft's sort of dead. I don't really have anything to do on there. Like, I've sort of restricted it to holidays only now, because that's basically, well, my Spyro fanfic rituals and that basement mining. I think I'm just going to restrict that to Christmas holidays, which is a bit stupid, but who cares, right? Let's see. Does this actually work? Nope, this game is broken. It is definitely not working. Okay, well, at least my controls work. God, it's so weird. I haven't used used my iPad to play in a long time. God, my sensitivity is a bit weird. I need to tune that a bit, I think. And my FOV as well. Can you change that in this game, or was that only a Critical Ops update? I'm just mixing it up. But yeah, not a lot of Critical Ops. I hop on like maybe once a week or so just to chill a bit, maybe hit some trick shots. I don't think I've played actually since the last recording, so not really. No, I don't really play that much. But yeah, just the main thing that I just normally hop on to check and stuff, Clash of Clans, I've completely just ignored. I don't know. There's one day I just thought, nah, no more Clash of Clans, and so yeah, I just don't go on there anymore. I think it was like my upgrades were like taking like 2 weeks or so, and I just got sick of it, so I just didn't go on. And I still haven't gone on, and I'm gonna take this chance to get off for 3 months just so my loot can fill back up, even though it's already like full in one of my bases. So I don't really know how helpful that is, but yeah. stopped playing that, which is I guess good, even though I don't spend that much time on it anyway. So yeah, that's really all it is. Nothing else entertainment wise apart from YouTube, of course. There's nothing apart from YouTube nowadays because I just it's so easy to hop on and just whenever I'm looking for background just yeah music, it's just recommended videos just take my eye and I cannot do anything about it and I just sit there but you know all about that, right? Everybody does this, so well, it's not good, but it's understandable. But yeah, that's really all I've been playing, all I've been entertaining myself with for the past week or so. But I've not really had that much time to do it because I've been working again. I know this is basically a repeat of last week because well nothing new has happened. Just let me list it off: working, driving, vans, and world building. That's literally the entirety of last week's topics, but I'm just repeating it this week. They've been developments, I guess. Not really crazy stuff though, so yeah, it's just what it is. Yeah, at work. Um, it's been alright, I guess. God, it was so like I find throughout the week I just get more and more tired because my sleep just like it starts off at like gosh, what's with these animations? I swear this never happened. I think is that so? I think I've been playing in 30 frames per second on my phone this whole time because I turned down to so I can grind without putting as much pressure on my phone, but I never notice it. So like I think I've just the entire time. I mean, the screen's pretty small. I just don't think I'm like really noticing it. So I just play in 30 frames per second on my phone for some reason. That's brilliant. And now it's weird to see this game running smoothly. But yeah, I mean, semi-smoothly. Gosh, I'm pretty sure I need to just yeah, no, this is the time where you quit out the game because the optimization is trash and you have to leave, otherwise you like your lag spikes just go insane every 10 seconds. It's just not fun. But we'll do that after this match or something. Yeah, you see I'm just spamming this gun here because it's so easy to use, and I don't think when I'm properly grinding I've actually lost a single game when using this, when just spamming this the whole time. It's really fun. But yeah, so work. Yeah, I'm tired basically because I don't sleep very much. Day after day, I just go to sleep later and then wake up earlier. Well, not earlier. I wake up at the same time basically every day. And I just get tired because I just get less and less sleep until the weekends, and that's when I rejuvenate. And then on Monday, it's all the whole cycle re-begins. But yeah, honestly, not really that much looking forward to going to work these days. I mean, did I ever though? I mean, like I used to not mind it, but these days I'm not looking forward to it. It's just been so demotivating at work because I'm just such a mess up, right? So many things, like I say so many, right? Basically, I've been pretty like careless with stuff, and there's just been a lot of mistakes going on, and I've been pestered about it. I've been just people have just been like I guess really talking to me a lot, just like I guess annoying me with all the mistakes I'm making, and I'm annoying myself with all the mistakes I'm making, and it's so annoying. I can't get nothing right. But that's not what I tell myself, because that's not real. That's not actually what's happening, because I get okay, right. As much as everybody like sort of like I guess what's the word? I can't like just sort of corrects me in at work. Just everyone going like, "Oh, you did this wrong. You need to do this, and you keep on messing all this up." I don't really feel like I mean, I know it's like still um still sort of bad. Well, it's bad obviously that the mistake has been made, but like it's just don't even do that many mistakes. Like maybe one major, one like once a week, I think. Well, it's not even that major. Like the thing is, right? All I sort of do is like sort of human error stuff. Like I never really, I never like because I know pretty much how to do everything, so I'm not sitting there going like trying to make something without knowing how to make it and then making mistakes in that way. It's just I know what I'm doing, but I just do it wrong by accident, and there's a lot of that, but. No, like, well, I say a lot. There's a middle amount of that. It's not really like I'm doing everything wrong every single time. It's just in like a whole group of things I might get 5% wrong, you know. And I mean it's so just stupid because I can't I'm not trying to do that. And like, I try so hard to just make sure that everything's on point and I'm doing it right and then everything shouldn't be too ruined. But somehow like I don't know like if it's the first chance they get, if it's the first time I just look away, like it just ruins something goes wrong and then and it's just like, oh, it's all my fault now. But I don't want to think that, because it's like I'm doing all of this work, I'm doing everything really productively, and then I make like a single mistake. Like what, how is that bad, you know? Like as much as it is a pain to correct it, and sometimes the correction process is more difficult, I just don't think it's that as big a deal as how people sort of make it out to be to me. Like I know I'm going on a full rant here, and I'm basically doing the last video thing again, but it's just like I don't want to beat myself up about it, because I need to give myself a bit of credit, and I know I walk a very fine line, like of arrogance and self-awareness, but it's just I don't think it's something worth like going like crazy about. So I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, and if a mistake happens, then like I'm trying to correct it. It's not that I'm not at all like taking it into consideration and just doing work like whatever, but it can't be helped. It just can't be helped much more than I already am helping it. So yeah, it's just something that you're gonna have to live with. Wrote notes for this again because I'm uh I'm very uncoordinated for some reason. Well, this is still my first take, but I'd imagine that today wouldn't be that good of a commentary day. Probably not the best mindset going into one, but yeah. Oh God, I just looked at the notes. Yeah. Pretty much. Also though, like I know it's like also not a great mindset, but like I'm just going to work for money nowadays. Like I don't even I don't have that sort of feeling of, oh, I'm helping them out so much, and it changed so much from the start. Like just like 3-4 weeks ago, like I just learned a new skill. It was basically the last thing I needed to sort of to get my handle on everything, and I was basically I was the big shot. It was my chance to be the big shot, and I thought it was great, right? I was looking forward to going to work back then, because someone at work had just like gotten COVID and they were like taking time off, and I thought, oh, it's my chance to actually be helpful. I can go there and help out a bunch. And yeah, a week later, I'm there getting lectured about all these things I'm doing wrong, and I'm not even really doing as much as I imagined I would be. And it just feels like everything's sort of back to normal, and I can't really do anything about it. So yeah, now I just want to get it over with. I just want to go there and then work for however long, do whatever I can, and then go home because I'm not interested in work. Maybe it's just because I've done it for 4 weeks and it's just like not, I guess, different. Even though like I don't know what I was expecting. Okay, I'm gonna reload this game because it's not very optimized. But yeah, just nowadays, just really going there to get my money. Which is just really sucks that I feel like that because, well, I don't think that really helps with my mistake making tendencies. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to like lose the money because then, of course, I won't get paid either. So, gosh, it's really has taken over my mind. God, money, 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 money. But no, I just like still. I mean, it's a business that I want to sort of, I don't know, like I know I just said I absolutely do not want any part in assisting them, but yeah, it's also skills and stuff I do want to go there and sort of hone, even though I don't really know what I'm doing these days because I'm just really sitting there making stuff. I'm not really doing anything like doing anything that requires skill. So, yeah, I really need to start going out there and properly doing, practicing installations and stuff because that's the only thing that I really need to get a hold of now. Apart from not screwing up a bunch, gosh. But I've been out installing. I know I talked about this last week as well, and stuff just seems so hard. Like, I thought it would just be like, oh, go to the house and then put a few screws in, and then oh, boom, you got a lovely installation. But every single time, it's like something's wrong. Something's wrong with their windows. Something's up with dimensions and stuff, and then you have to really figure out how you're gonna fix it. And sometimes I literally can't. And then my coworkers go like, oh right, we just do this, and I'm like, oh yeah, of course. I mean, obviously it's like it's experience. They know what they're doing, so they just know that, oh right, if we do this, that's good. And I'm sitting there going like, oh, what on earth is going on? What are we gonna do? Everything's ruined. We got to go back and remake everything. But in reality, it's pretty easy to fix. I don't know. I just don't know like what you can and can't do in the blind making industry. So I sort of just need to figure that out through experience, and that means going there a bunch and working a ton and making mistakes. Except I make way too many, and they're always different. Well, not really. Well, as I said, the silly mistakes that I make, the human errors that I can't really like command. I can't really like just not make it anymore. But yeah, I mean, I do what I can to lessen it. But that sort of brings me to my next point that like I've always sort of had this. It's like not really like a work thing. It's not something that's just recently come up. That I am really careless with what I do, and I think the reason I've sort of noticed it recently is because it's starting to affect other people. Like everything I've ever done, it's just like in the past has been just basically like for myself. Like at school, it's my grades, it's my knowledge, it's whatever, right? I make a few mistakes, I get a few questions wrong. I get the one question wrong that makes my 100% and 97%. It's all on me. It's nothing that other people have to worry about because I can deal with it. But now that I'm actually manufacturing things, I'm actually making stuff for other people. Doing something wrong it matters. It actually like has consequences basically, and I'm not used to that, and so silly mistakes are not very silly anymore because it's more just absurd and annoying. So that's just I don't know if that's just me. I love going like, oh well, this it's just me. It's just how I am. Just how I'm built. I don't know how if I can change it. I don't know if I if I just tried, I could totally just not be like that. Like I'm like, oh well, I'm just a lazy person. What am I supposed to do about that? Like, what can I do? Can I just change? Oh, obviously you can totally just change it, like, because people do that, you know. People totally just people totally just stop being lazy. That's a thing. But I don't know, just me saying that really just demotivates me to do anything anyway. Just so that's basically that's really how how I fail in life. Just really accepting my flaws. That's not really what you're meant to do. But yeah, I guess it's time. It's time to actually stop doing that and face it and actually get stuff altered and make it better. So yeah, hopefully it wasn't too boring of a rant. I don't know. I really just hate myself. I hate the situation, and I just don't enjoy when everything goes wrong and it's all my fault. And but also, what am I even supposed to do, right? Not screw up. Easy to say, but a bit more difficult to practice, which I will hopefully make it less difficult in the coming weeks. So yeah, that's basically all work is. But forgot to mention that. Well, I mean, it's not really forgot because, well, I'm saying it now. But on my notes, I like to do everything chronologically, so I just I sort of take it like it is, and if I don't say something when it's like meant to be said, then everything's sort of like ruined. I don't know. I don't know about this. Okay, I thought, right, I might as well like end the family friendliness of this channel because it's really pointless, right? And like I swear a ton in real life, not really to anyone. I'm not like I hardly swear to people, but just to myself, which this essentially is just me talking to myself. I swear a lot. And you know, to make it authentic, to give people that guy just ran into a wall, the authentic just me experience, I should just start dropping bombs everywhere and being completely offensive or something. I don't know though, like it's really pointless as well, and I don't know, like if I'm to do it, I need to make it like natural. I don't want it to be like, because in the past I have, and every single time it's been just completely rubbish. It's every time I say like I start to go swear. I start to go swear. It's like a chain of swears or something. I could charge up my swear, but I do. I literally stop for a second. I think, oh, do I want to say it? And then I say it, and it's really awkward and not unnatural. So I just don't think it's yeah, I just don't think that's too good a way to go about it. So yeah, if I'm gonna do that, I must commit to it. I must commit to the swear. But like I've done like what's it? Well, I mean, I slip up now and then, but mostly for the past 50, who knows how long, maybe even 75 episodes, I've gone pretty well. I've fared nicely without having to swear, and I feel like it's pretty unnecessary still, and yeah, I just maybe it's just better off this way, but yeah, sometimes it is better express. It's a bit easier to express stuff when you express it the way you normally would in your mind, and not trying to find an alternative like crap or frickin'. Because that really breaks up your flow. But who cares, right? It's whatever. Next point. Yeah. I know I talked about like how how I've sort of gone off games and stuff. I mean, yeah, YouTube is still a really distractive thing, but still, even though I've not really been too, I haven't really wasted that much time. Oh, I say that. Oh, every single time. What do I do when I come home? Yeah, no progress. Literally no progress has been made in the past week on my animations. I can't bring myself to do it. Because, and I know I have to express this every single time, but I will not stop. I will not stop just saying how stupid of an idea it was to make that stupid, raffle. It was just the dumbest idea I've ever had, and I will not stop expressing that because I despise it for taking up 2 months of, or even maybe even more. I'm not even finished yet, of what could have been really good, just studies, practice, all sorts of things. I could have just advanced so much in animation, but instead I was stuck here doing 3 cycles. I can't believe I've just done this to myself. It's such, yeah, whatever. You guys know all about it. It's just annoying. But yeah, now it's sort of projected to be complete maybe end of March. No, not end of March. That's just absurd. 10th of March. I think that might be a reasonable time. I don't know though. I'll have to see how long it takes for me to finish this sketch, because I'm in the sketching stage, and that's always the hardest because, well, you need to make up something completely new that's you're not really, that you have to just come up with in your head, and it's really hard. It's like actually having to do work instead of just sort of blindly following what you did before and not having to think that much. So yeah, I'll try to do that. I'll try to do that in this week. Oh my god, look at this. Look at us go. See, this is just the power. This is the power of this gun. But yeah, nothing much to say about that other than, oh yeah, I completely forgot. I didn't even write this down on my notes. I literally just remembered just then. It was my anniversary last week, and completely forgot till like 2 hours before the day ended, and so I came up with a really fast anniversary drawing, which I just drew up in 2 hours. Well, it was an animation basically, and it came out like surprisingly well, like for just something I came up with in like half a minute and went about it in like just 2 hours, and it was good as well. It was me practicing my planless sketching. It was an animation basically of Chili blowing one of those party whistles, whatever they're called. I forgot already. But yeah, and it was great. It was basically like a rough thing, and honestly, I like that style. I do. I really do admire the sketchy style of that, and like just the overflowing colors. I don't really mind it. It's not too bad, and I think if I ever do animate properly, like proper big stuff, I might use that style because it is pretty productive as I did it. I mean, it was 6 frames per second, or like, yeah, it was 6 frames per second, but it was still it looked pretty fluid. Not really actually. You could see the frames one by one, but you can see what it was going for, and it looked pretty nice. It looked like it worked, and I made some fancy confetti, because I made it so that the confetti loops, and that was pretty smart because I didn't want confetti just like popping up all over the place, right? I made it so that it like one bit of confetti would go off of the screen and another one would take its place. It was really cool. But that was basically half the time. That was me rushing at the very end. Oh, I don't think I even uploaded it before 12. I think I uploaded it and it was like 12:01, so I missed it by just like by so little. And if I didn't do the confetti, I probably would have made it, but I don't care, right? It's just it's a little stupid anniversary thing. And I think I'm gonna stop that now. I mean, it's a third anniversary, so I think it's a good time to take a break, because the fourth one just doesn't sound right, does it? Yeah, till the 10th one, I think, and I'll restart it then. Why has everybody got kinetic modules in this server? I've literally, in this room, I'm literally like completely cancelled out on my modules, so this is just completely inefficient, but whatever, right? Yeah. So that was the 17th, I think, or was it the 17th or 19th? I don't even remember, man. But yeah. Another anniversary is going on. Just tomorrow is my mom's birthday. I haven't prepared anything because I'm just that great of a son. I was gonna, well, I might do still bake a cake or something because she couldn't find like a proper one, but then she just went out and bought a sponge cake anyway. So I don't know what the deal with that is anymore. I might make one anyway just for funs, but yeah, it's what you're gonna do. I'm just gonna try to, yeah, I'll just see what happens. But yeah, that's really that's really all that is there. I think that's really it for basically the first half, part A of my side A of my talk. Oh no, yeah, driving, like I said at the start. We're halfway there. Woo! Driving on in the car. Don't know. Yeah, we're like half an hour, to 60 hours, which my goal, well, my limit is not limit, but how would you call it? My yeah, just goal, I guess. But my set goal is 120 hours, and I'm up to 59 and a half hours. So it's brilliant. I can't believe how fast everything sort of added up just by going to work. It's quite helpful. It's really nice that I can just yeah, get a bunch of hours just immediately, and I'm gonna be able to get it before my birthday, which is, it's all just for convenience sake, because I don't want people to sort of like just have to sit with me every single time I go somewhere, just drag them along with everywhere I go. It's a bit I guess it's a bit entitled, not really, it's just annoying for them, I guess, to have to stay with me everywhere. So yeah, as the sooner I get my P's, the better, even though I am still a bit afraid. I'm pretty sure I talked about it last time that I will mess up on the road. But I haven't really, like, there's not really anything that really needed to be talked about yet. Like, nothing terrible's happened that, like, my supervisor had to go, like, oh, stop the car, get out, right? It's been pretty smooth sailing so far, so like I don't really see what could possibly go wrong that could like like completely. But I mean, I do still miss a couple things, and like it's a bit dangerous sometimes, so I am scared that bad things will happen when I don't have someone to tell me to slow down on the road when I don't see someone coming close to me. But yeah, learned about parking last week. It was quite nice actually. I'm pretty good at parking. It's so easy to handle. Like when you're able to see like everything around in your mirror, when you're able to see like the front, well, yeah, rear, like how do you call it, like just parking backwards. I haven't actually practiced parallel parking actually. That's a bit of a problem. I have a bit, but I know like generally how it works, but I'm still not like versed in parallel parking, so I need to practice that a bit. But yeah, in reverse parking and normal parking is just a bit natural, I think. Like no matter what you do, you can pretty much do it. But yeah, just reversing is pretty nice because I could just see the front of the car that I'm trying to park next to, and I know that I'm not going to crash into it because that's not how steering works. So it's quite nice. How am I fifth? This is just, what kind of a server is this? I keep calling it a server. But, yeah, apart from that, driving, yeah, whatever. It's brilliant. And I'm going to get my license. So, yeah, that's that, really. Van life, yes, dude, this is exactly how last week's topics, the chronological order of last week's went. After this game, I might show you guys around my plan, which you might have saw just earlier when I was reloading. Oh my god, man, I can't deal with this. This room is cancerous. I can't. But yeah, been planning. Been I think after last week's video, I just went off and did some designing of my van because I got some lovely yeah, it was just basically the weekend, and I really wanted to get into designing the van because I was just really excited about it. So I went off and found some dimensions for the van I wanted and got them down on Sketchbook and went absolutely off, and literally, like, I think that's also something I can blame for my lack of productivity in the past week, because that's all I've been thinking of, even though I literally finished the design like on the second day of the weekend, well, on Sunday basically. And like I could have just left it there, but I just kept on vanning away like mad. And well, I mean, there was a bunch of problems with it that I needed to find solutions for, but it really didn't. It probably didn't need to occupy that as much time as it did, because I just sat on the plan. I sat on this for like hours and hours, just staring at it, just marveling at my van planning. And yeah, in the end, I found out that, well, the dimensions I got online was a bit stupid, because they have different like types of vans, and it's a bit off, so I had to shrink it a bit, which is annoying. But yeah, I was able to get the proper measurements from the actual van that my dad owns, and yeah, because that's the van that I'm looking at, and this is it. This is the design, and I don't know, where do I start? Basically, the thing I was talking about last week, the lifting bed thing, I found out what I could do with it. It was such a eureka moment, right? And I think this is probably, well, it's basically the main attraction of the van. Let's be honest, it's really not. There's nothing else that's sort of special about it. I've been thinking, right? I've been thinking this entire time, oh, how to make this van mechanical and stuff, because of this very thing, right? I really wanted to make like a sort of, I don't know, like steampunk-esque maybe van, even though it's just mechanical stuff, right? And basically, right, what I've got is a scissor jack that I'm probably going to connect to um, some sort of what's it, a crank or something that's gonna go through here, and I could like spin the handle there, and it would lift the bed upwards. Well, this is basically the bed, and it goes upwards. God, this is this is really this is a really awkward way to explain this stuff. But as you can see, right, the cabinet, which I was planning to have it up here, which was a terrible idea, because then I'd have to like move the cabinet this way. I mean, this is basically that cabinet, but like actually in the place that like it would have been. I don't know. It's, like I said, awkward to explain. But basically the cabinet is nailed under the bed, and so when the bed goes up, the cabinet comes onto the table. I think that's just the most brilliant, most genius, like, concept that's ever been proposed, and it's just super cool. And I'd have a little light under the bed as well when it goes up. Oh my god, it's just gonna be the most like standout thing in any van, I think. Like, I found out that after the video that people do lift their beds up into the ceiling, because, well, I mean, it's not exactly a hard concept to to sort of come up with, but they never have it so that it's a table, and they never have it so that things can actually be on the table when the bed goes down, because when the cabinet is on the table, you can put stuff in it, and then when you're ready to sleep, it just goes into the floor, basically. And it's brilliant. I love it. And this is the one-piece table that I was talking about. It's, however, not going to be one piece anymore. It's going to be probably, well, not like I said, but I imagine that if I'm to make this entire bit here a single piece, it would probably be a bit difficult, right? So probably going to split it up into a few pieces so that I can make it more easy to build. but I still don't know how exactly it's gonna be. Oh no, not even this area. Literally, this whole thing was going to be a single piece, but that's not happening, is it? So yeah, the main thing is that this bit here, this little sink area here, that is a separate piece because just like yesterday or so, I designed a way to fix this, a way to make this extra efficient, extra space efficient. I mean, I'm talking about space efficiency, but like literally, this table has nothing under it. I really write something really important to me is space. I really want space. Like I can't have places that just like I can't have the whole place filled up with cabinets and stuff just for storage because it's a terrible feeling. It feels super cramped and everything just it feels a bit messy, to be honest. I mean, I say that though, but like at my current table, right? I've noticed at my current table, I've only just realized that literally the underneath of my table is filled up because there's a like a chest. There's a chest under my table, and it's literally like if I was trying to save space, and so I put that under there, and it's not really affecting me that much. So I don't know how much it would mean to have nothing under the table. I just want it to call it a table, okay? Because I don't want it to be like, oh, it's a drawer, but you can do stuff on top of it. It just sounds kind of just doesn't sound that great, right? Um, I wanted an actual table that I can work at and go like, yes, this is my table, and it's got a brilliant cabinet right behind it, but only when the bed is up. I mean, it is a bit restrictive that you can't do anything in bed, but like, I think that's probably a pro in my opinion. But I might also make the bed like sort of stretch out a bit. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, like, because I don't know. I want like a one size mattress. I don't want to like handle like what's it, foam, or is it foam mattresses all over the place. I don't want like just I don't want to have to like put stuff everywhere and then have to fold it up and stuff. That just sounds like a pain. I want to just crank down my bed and lay on it. It just sounds like such a convenient just a convenient thing. Yeah. And like also I figured that I really want this fan to be a lot more mechanical than electrical. I mean, I know electricity is sort of like mechanics, but I don't want it to be like, I don't want like electrical powered stuff. Less of that because I really don't want to deal with that. So I thought I really just want a lot of things like hand operated. Like I really don't want a electric pump for the tap. I was going to do something weird like like a hand pump that sort of stores pressure. I realize that's not possible because that's not how hand pumps work. I didn't realize. I thought it was like one of those what's it, like hand pump bottle sprayers where you just like you pump the pressure into the bottle and then it just comes out like when you press something. But it's not. It's like it literally lifts the water up. It's not pressure. So it's I don't really know how it works. I mean, you could do that, but I don't like the only way you would be able to do that with the water pumping up is if you pressurize like the water tank itself, which I realize now it's really stupid. Okay, I know I didn't explain any of this. I act like I've talked about this plan in the last episode. Let's give a quick tour, right? We got the toilet and shower because I really wanted something for stealth camping, that I wouldn't have to like go outside for. I was gonna have the shower outside, but I thought how awkward that would be. Like I realized that I was definitely never going to use that in the city. No, not that I'm hanging around in the city. I really hate those places. But if I'm like somewhere residential, I don't want to be like in a parking lot just chilling outside naked and having a shower. So indoor shower, thank you very much. And toilet in the shower, obligatory. But yeah, it's I want to be living fancy, all right. I don't want to be having to go outside for toilets and showers. I mean, like I'll use public toilets every chance I get, but I guess like I said, in the emergency that I eat something funny, and I really don't want to be hobbling outside trying to find somewhere. This is it. this is brilliant, and I've also figured out the way to ventilate this place very nicely, and that is, I mean, I haven't drawn it on here, I haven't exactly drawn out all of my stuff, but I know this is gonna happen. It's like quite a prominent thought in my head, so I know that I'm just gonna do it, right? I'm gonna have a basically I'm gonna cut a hole in the roof and make it flap down, and this is a terrible. I don't know how to draw dotted lines. Just yeah, something like that. Basically, the ceiling is gonna flap down, exposing the sky. Has that ever been said before? Was that even English? But yeah. Basically, I'm gonna have like just like how do you say it? Like just a roof thing that comes down, and so there's not going to be any stink in here, and also it's going to be brilliant because this place is also going to be like sort of my laundry. I could use the hot water to wash clothes, and I'll have get rid of this. I know it's going to go there, right? I'm gonna have a sort of basically just a rack, not a rack, rail here that I can just hang clothes on, and because the roof comes down, actually, how's that gonna work? If I realize the the fault in that now, but I'll figure out a way that to put rails there and also have the roof come down. Maybe the rails will just go lower so that the roof doesn't touch it when it comes down. A bit stupid, but yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. But all I need to do is hang clothes here and oh, this is brilliant. I love sketchbook, right? And when the roof is down, of course, and it's sunny, I can just dry my clothes, and it'll be great. Of course, I still have to go to laundry for the big stuff like blankets and stuff. That's gonna be a bit. I've never been to a laundry in my life, so I have no clue how that's gonna work. But yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Maybe put an insect screen or something on here so that it's not like leaves and spiders won't just be falling into my toilet just randomly throughout the day. But yeah, that's sort of also a pretty genius plan of the van. I think that's going to be another prominent feature. And here is basically the water. The water is going to be underneath the table. I say table, but this whole place is going to be a cabinet, basically. This entire place is going to be a cabinet to the ceiling, and that's going to be my main storage, basically, because there's really nowhere else I can store things. Because here is another water tank just underneath the table. I decided to have two because living big, I think it adds up to maybe 120 gallons. Come on, we don't use US measurements here. It goes up to like 400 liters, 450 nearly, maybe 430 or something liters, and yeah, it's gonna be great because I can actually do a bunch of showering and stuff without having to worry about anything. It's gonna be my mom pointed out, it's gonna be very hefty toll on the fuel though. Which do I really care? Is that is that something that I really need to worry about? I don't really know. Heard fuel is not very cheap these days, but you're gonna do what you're gonna do, right? I mean, this whole van plan, this whole like converted van is gonna weigh a ton anyway, so a couple of liters of water ain't gonna change much. I don't really know. It's probably not that great an idea taking 400 liters with you, but it's I mean, most people take 300 anyway, so I think I can get off with that. But yeah, whatever, right? We use diesel anyway because apparently the model of van, well, basically Toyota Hiace. I want a 2018 and under version because I don't like the new ones, how they look. It's a bit strange, but yeah, basically super large wheelbase is the one of those, and they always use turbo diesel, and I heard from my dad that is very fuel efficient, so hopefully that can sort of compensate for all the water I'm lugging around, even though it's completely unnecessary, especially if I get a water filter, because if I get a water filter, what's the point? Right, that's a good point. I think I might cut down on the water afterwards because I don't know. Don't know how necessary this is, but I'll see. Yeah. So basically, the two water containers underneath the tables. I'll probably have a pipe connecting them somewhere so that like it balances out. The reason I do have them on two sides is that I'm pointing at them in real life. I don't know why I'm doing that. You're not seeing this, but yeah, basically to balance it out. I was gonna just have all the water here and going like above the table, and I think that would just like completely turn the van on its side, so I don't think that's such a good idea. So I decided to balance it out and maybe put a pipe between them so that it works, so that it doesn't unbalance when you use more water on one side than the other. But that brings up the problem is drinkable water, because if I'm gonna connect these two because these two are the main well, I don't know if I'm gonna have any other water storages, water tanks, so everything connected to these two water tanks is gonna have to be food safe, because, well, I'm drinking from it, so that's a bit worrying. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, because especially with like 200 liters in each tank, I'm not sure how heavy duty water pipe I would need to connect those two, because I don't know, it sounds like something that would like burst a regular water pipe, just the pressure of 400 liters of water on it. I don't know though. I'm not really too like studied in these specific areas, so who knows, maybe it'll work completely fine and I don't have to worry. But yeah, probably commission some water tanks from a random company or something, because I'm not really I don't think buying like regular water tanks is going to fit this plan very well. But yeah, enough of water. Basically above this water is the cabinet, the main cabinet, and underneath the table as well, next to the water, is going to be the electricity, which I mean, the water doesn't leak, does it? No one has leaking water tanks, do they? Hopefully not, because it would be probably pretty bad. But yeah, I'll probably like watertight the electrical compartment. And this is great because I found that I can literally just stack two 120 amp batteries. I'm pretty sure it's 120. Or is it 12 volt? I don't remember any of this stuff. But if I can stack two of them up, and that could be really space efficient. Not really though. It's basically this like underneath the table is just going to be a cabinet full of electrical stuff, and I'm not going to touch that because I'm probably going to make everything explode, and I'm not very good at electronics, even though I do still want to like have a go at it. I want to make this van completely solo. That's not going to happen, is it? That's absolutely not going to happen. I need help. But yeah, who knows? I might be able to get a handle on it and be doing well and dandy on electrical stuff, but who cares, right? Who cares if you have a bit of help on electrical stuff? Everybody does. But yeah, that's my electrical cabinet down there, and from there is literally my table. This whole bit. Let's see, where does it go? Basically, this, all the way to here is going to be like basically one piece, with the exception of maybe cutting it up here. That sounds like probably a reasonable cut. But yeah, this is my working space. This table here. It's all just lovely and flat, as all tables should be. I really do like this little ledge here. I think it would be very convenient for charging devices and stuff, and just like putting little like stuff on there. It's a nice little like, well, window sill, even though it's not a window. Yeah, I realize. Yeah, remember when I was going on about window sills in the last episode? That's completely gone out the window. No pun intended. Because I found out, right, like the original plan was so stupid. I literally wasn't paying any attention to like how vans actually look. I know I'm supposed to be grinding right now, and I really do want the reward at the end of the video before I end the video. But I've got a lot of world building stuff I could talk about, so it's fine. But right, before I actually had a proper look, basically, so this like this thin bit is basically the sliding door, because I think you can't really insulate that. You can't really make a wall on the sliding door, otherwise it's a bit well, you can't open it, basically. So the sliding door can only have a bit of insulation. And that was a problem because I wanted, right, the original plan was to have a window going across. I don't even know if you could see this, like really just sticking to the window, and the dotted line, semi-dotted line, is supposed to be the window. I really wanted a desk just sticking to the window, and that would be my workspace, and that plan's changed drastically. But like I realized that it's still literally happening. It's still happening. It's still literally the same, because I completely forgot that the real window is a window, even though I really hate it because I found out that you need defogging wires on them, and they look terrible. I really hate the look of defogging wires. But what you're gonna do, right? You have a window, just be happy. So I basically moved my workspace from this window to this window here. I realized probably should like draw a dotted line here, even though it doesn't matter whatsoever. But yeah, before, right, I thought that this was going to be how it worked. That's supposed to be a dotted line, and this is basically the sliding door here, and that just wasn't it. That's completely wrong. I did some measurements. Actually, I should probably measure how big the sliding door is on the van. I haven't done that yet, but I found out that from the sliding door to the end of the van is like 230 centimeters. So it's so basically that just leaves me with this. I'm guessing that's how big the sliding door is, but yeah, well, back then I thought it was like what I just drew, and I was able to do that. I just put the desk here, and I was able to enter through here. So that was supposed to be how I entered, but then I found that the window is here, and I really wanted to utilize that window, right? Because you don't get much windows in a van, and the ones you get, you really need to treasure them. So I really wanted a desk right next to the window. And I couldn't do that because that's literally, I don't know why I didn't realize this, but the whole sliding door is a window. And also I realized after the last video, that the plan I proposed for having the sliding door on one side and the window on the other side, it just completely does not work. It does not work here. It does not work in America. I say that because of the left-right thing, because you exit out the left onto the sidewalk. You don't want to exit onto the road, so it's left here. So you exit onto the sidewalk from the left, and you also sit on the right side of the car, which for the driver's seat. So your blind spot is going to be on your left side, and so it just works out that you have to have the window and the door on one side. So yeah, my plan just completely doesn't work unless I don't know, break the rules or something. I see van conversions in Australia with no windows, like they don't have a rear view, like their rear view is completely blocked. And they can't check their blind spot. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that's legal. So I don't know. I'm gonna maintain that. I'm not gonna cover everything up. So just to be safe, I guess. But I found a way to utilize this window, and basically, like I said at the beginning, this is going to slide out and reveal an extra table. So basically, the table is connected to this. I don't know how I'm supposed to show this, but basically this is how it goes. There's just a table hidden inside the table, so you could slide this out and the table would come out. I can't exactly demonstrate this right here because it's a bit stupid, but oh, this is dumb. And this is just going to be like my extra table. This could be like where I cook, basically. Actually, where do I cook? Because I need a stove. I need a stove top, and all I've got is a sink. Can't exactly heat anything up with that. But yeah, whatever. I guess we could totally just. Oh wait, no, it's under the cabinet. I might have to. Okay, maybe it's a terrible idea. I thought maybe having a sink that moves might be a bit cooler. Well, who thinks that? But yeah, maybe this could be a stovetop instead, because I don't think a moving sink, one, would be practical, two, would be any more impressive than the sliding table itself. But yeah, I'll basically have this table on oh, there goes my. Oh god, can you not? Oh my god, my iPad is literally on its last legs. It's literally going to be replaced very soon. But yeah, this table is going to be on wheels, and this table is going to be on rails, and so it's basically just going to slide out very nicely into a lovely kitchen, and I think that would be very nice. And I guess that makes this cabinet right here, the kitchen cabinet, even though it's tiny. Like if you look up here, I wanted to make space, right? I didn't want my kitchen to be like tiny. I didn't want to have like 30 centimeters to work with on a table. It just sounds like terrible. Oh, so now I've got 40 centimeters. Brilliant. But it's nothing I can really do about that. It's just what it is. It's just how it goes. But yeah, a tiny little cabinet, which is not great, but what you gonna do, right? And yeah, I guess I could have the sink under there because, well, there's no smoke coming out of the sink, so it's probably a bit better because I don't want to completely smoke up the bottom of my should I get like a, what are they called? The smoke sucker. Basically the thing in the kitchen that sucks up all the smoke. I don't know how helpful that would be. I think I might just have the fan. God, there's so much van, plan, can. It's insane, just all this van stuff, right? But yeah, I might have the van just the fan just above the cooktop, which what is a cooktop? I'm assuming that means a stove. And yeah, basically remove this sink. We're not having it here. We're having the just little propane stove here, I guess, because I don't really know what else I'm supposed to get. Not an electric stove. That would be a bit too weird. But yeah, actually, where do I put the propane if I put the stove there? Because I figured that I would have. Oh, hold on. I can't even have the sink there because the oh dear, okay, right, there's another problem I have to solve after this video ends, because the water tank's right underneath the table. I think I'm going to make the table 10 centimeters thick, just because there's going to be a lot of stuff inside the table, like this sliding table, and also the crank that I have to fit through the table. I'm not sure if that's going to be how I'm going to handle it. Maybe I'll just stick it under the table, but yeah, it's going to be a bit weird to do, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, the sink and the stove. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put the stove, like store the stove away until I need it, and I could like slide this out, and then I'll put the stove on the extra table that comes out. Whatever, we'll figure that out later. But yeah, here is our cabinet. God, we're still doing the tour, aren't we? The cabinet comes out of here. It's probably not going to be in like this entire place. Probably might not be a cabinet. I think the cabinet might just be like the middle part. Might just come out in the center, and on the sides I could have like 2 speakers coming out because I like the sound of that. I want it to like connect from the bottom so that it's not like nailed to the top, and the speakers just come out of the table. I think that would be really cool, but don't know if that's ever gonna happen. But yeah, that's our little cabinet that comes out of the table and becomes your workspace. And of course the bed. What I sort of have to struggle with is sort of like balancing out the like where the table is and where the bed is. Honestly, I don't think this is even accurate. I think if we're gonna be accurate here, like the tabletop is gonna be like here. Which I'm gonna use foam mattresses. Like I'm gonna use just one piece though. I'm not, like I said, gonna use a bunch of things that have to move around. So I don't think it's gonna be that thick. Like I'm not gonna use a whole like 30 centimeter thick mattress. That would be a bit of a waste of space. Because I really want a bunch of space like above me when I'm sleeping. I feel like it would just feel really cramped and rubbish if I slept at like 30 centimeters away from the ceiling. I don't really like that. So how much have I given myself here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 50 centimeters and a bit. So that's not too bad. But of course the table is going to be here, and basically like because my bed sits on my table, I have to balance out the space I have from my bed to the ceiling and the space I have from the table to the floor, because I don't want it to be tiny. I really don't want to like a really low table. That would just be a bit uncomfortable, and I'd feel like it's not really that good of an office if the table's tiny. So now, right now, it's like 70 centimeters tall, with the added 10 centimeters to the thickness of the table, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't know. There was something else that I thought of. Maybe I could make the table like move down a bit, like it's not connected to the rest of the table. God, I'm saying table a lot. And when the bed comes down, the table can move down a bit, and when the bed goes up, the table can return to the level, the same level as the rest of the tables. I don't know. That sounds. Oh, I still haven't figured out a way that could work, and also that's a bit of a dumb way to use your space. And yeah, basically I'm talking about the garage. The garage is not going to exist if that happens. And yeah, the garage, I think it's quite a lovely garage. I haven't cleaned this bit up. I should probably do that. Yeah, I've basically taken inspiration from bike travel bags. And if you just like completely take apart your bike, and just sort of stow it away very tightly, you can absolutely fit bikes very well. And like it was such a problem for me. Also I added in the wheel wells, which has also become a bit of a problem, but everything seems to fit pretty fine around it. It was a bit of a problem because I never really knew how to fit my bikes, because I didn't want to fit them long. Oh god, that's the eraser. Didn't want to fit them long a ways, because then it would poke into, because like my bike is like, what's it, 150 centimeters long, and now that's gonna like poke into it's gonna poke, where are we, oh, that's perfect, that's gonna poke like into here. Like that's how long the bike's gonna be, apparently, due to according to measurements. So I couldn't do that. But if I did it horizontally, if I did it sideways, it would pretty much block everything. It would make the garage like bikes only, and that would really be annoying. And also it's like really tall. Like my bike's like, what's it, 80 centimeters tall, and that's really annoying because like I really want to, well, like I said, if I'm to make my bike, my garage tall, because my table's right above my garage, I'm supposed to make my table tall, and once my table's tall, my bed's also going to be tall, and I'm not going to have any space, so that was going to be terrible. But I made them sideways. I made my bikes fit sideways like a bike bag, and it's great because they'll slide out like most bike garages, but they're going to be like in little like pockets, and it's, yeah, I think that's pretty nice. I don't know though. Underneath that, it's just a tiny little toolbox, 20 centimeters tall, but it's gonna take up the entire space just around the wheel wells, so that's pretty efficient, I guess. It'll slide out and it'll have tools in it. Wonderful. That's really it. Gosh, are we done here? And this is basically a to scale of my body in the van, of my body according to just to scale with the van. And as you can see, the bed works pretty well if I sleep sideways. But of course, sleeping sideways is a bit unnatural. I think it might be a bit weird. But of course, I won't, like, this is only if I need to stretch out. I normally don't, like, just sleep completely straight. So, yeah, hopefully it won't be that big a problem. But if I wanted to, I might make the bed sort of extend out a bit so that I can sleep straight this way. I don't know how important that would be, but it's it'll happen if it needs to. So that's how long I am in compared to the van, and this is how thick I am. I'm hella thick. And basically, yeah, as you can see, if I'm to sit there, it seems like such a big space until you put my to scale body in. Like literally, if I'm just sitting here, it seems like, I don't know, it seems a bit cramped. Like I could just walk across here. Like I know it's like a, what's it, like a 3.5 meter long van, but I don't know, when you're just looking at the design, it seems so big, but when you put your body in it, it just is completely, the illusion's shattered. And that's why I had that's why I had to make this little bit, this shower here, that big, because I wanted to fit inside. I want to fit in like straight on. I didn't want to have to walk. I never want to have to walk like places sort of like sidestepping. That just sounds really uncomfortable. So made everything at least 50 centimeters wide. I think that's my shoulders anyway. I don't really know how accurate that is, but yeah. So it's a bit annoying, but it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be more luxury than most vans, and I think I've utilized space pretty well. Of course, I don't really know how I'm gonna store how much I'll be able to store, because you see, this is literally our only storage apart from this tiny kitchen's cabinet here. Oh crap, yeah, and the microwave as well. I need a microwave, of course I do, but I don't know where I'm supposed to like. Wait, hold on. If we have a stove, do we still need? Of course we do. An air fryer, really? Oh god. Okay. Well, oh yeah, no, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the reason this table slides out and stuff is so that it can hook onto the door, and so when the door opens, this can go back, allowing you inside. And when you close the door, hold on, is that even going to be possible though? Because you have to, I don't know, you have to like stand on the side. You have to stand on the other side of the table to close the door. And I don't know how, I don't know just how smart that is, but it's we'll see. But yeah, the reason, yeah, that's basically the reason I did that, so that I can be able to get in and out whilst still being able to have a table right by the window. I think it's I mean, like, I know, like, try out different designs and stuff, but this design has pretty much, like, given me everything I've needed. I've got space, I've got a great big table, I've got a toilet and a shower, not something you can just have normally, and yeah, I've got a garage, got pretty much everything I ever dreamed of in a van, so it's all good, I think. Of course, I haven't really planned any sort of piping, like those charts where you see the people wiring their electronics. I'm not really sure how to do that yet, so I'm gonna have to watch a few videos trying to figure out what on earth everything is. I mean, to be honest, like, I don't really need to know what everything does. I could totally just like follow one of those tutorials, just get what I need, and then just like piece it together like they tell you to. Because I have no clue what inverters are, what circuit breakers are. Are they like when you put through too much electricity and like they have to like stop the electricity going through and like destroying stuff? I think that's how it works. But I don't really need to know what they do. I just really need to put them together and hopefully it works and doesn't explode. But yeah, that's really that. Oh yeah, and also this might be a bit confusing, but I haven't updated the sink here. I'll have a shallow sink. Thank you very much, because I don't really see how a great big deep sink would help me in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, that's that. Let's go back to grinding. Jeez. Is this gonna reload? Oh god, oh no, this is gonna be like the most laggiest thing on earth. But yeah, that's my van plans, and yeah, gonna be boondocking a lot, I think. I say a lot. I think I'll have like weeks of doom bocking, basically just going into the mountains or something, and just chilling out for a week or so, because I really don't know how comfortable I would be just out in the middle of nowhere for that long. I don't know how safe I'd feel. Oh yeah, I haven't really put in any safety measures in there. I sort of want something like movement detectors around my van, and then I can, like, if something happens, like an alarm could go off in my van that only I can hear, and I can like sort of assess the situation. Yeah, maybe I need a camera as well, who knows, but I could sort of see what I need to do, because I really want to feel safe inside that van. But to be honest, like, this was a point that I was making, that I honestly feel I would feel more safe in a vehicle than inside of a house, even though like vehicles are more prone to break-ins and stuff. If you're in a house, right, you really don't really have that much control over, because the house is so big, right? You can't be that in control of the entire thing. But when you're in a car, you've just got the car to look after, you know? So I don't know. In a sense, I do feel a bit safer inside of that one bit of space. And like I said in old videos, I uh I really do want like originally I did want a tiny house. I just wanted like a house with like 2 rooms, because that would have been easier to look after, and it would have made me feel safer. And I guess the van just like completely it just completely fulfills that, plus a bunch of other bonuses like being able to move around. So that's brilliant. But most times I think I'll probably just be chilling around residential areas, stalking people and making them feel really uncomfortable. Because you're a great big van, just chilling outside the doorstep. I'm gonna try to find some ways to sort of stealth camp well. I think I'll be able to learn from experience once I'm in that sort of area. But of course, I don't really know what exactly I can do to stay undetected yet. Of course, I wanted to do something that would make it even more stealthy. I think it would really make it a lot less like suspicious if I basically did. I'm not sure if I talked about this. I wanted to make like window covers that are literally like cardboard boxes. Like basically, loading stuff into vans sort of inspired me that if I make like diagonally loaded sort of small cardboard, like what's it like what would it be like sort of like flat packed cardboard boxes. That's the best way I could describe it. If I make it like that, and my god, yeah, I need to reload this game, it's not working. If I make it loaded up with like flat packed cardboard boxes, but like only have like the edges of it, like basically what you would see if you're on the outside of the van, it would seem like the van is loaded with flat packed boxes, but like it's literally just a window cover, so people would think that the van is full of boxes, but it's literally just me. Surprise. But yeah, I think that would be a bit less like oh, no one could possibly be in there. I mean, it has to be convincing, obviously. You can't just like put up a few sheets of cardboard. I think that's more suspicious if you just like put on a sheet of cardboard. But if it emulates cardboard boxes, then it would be nice. You'd actually like attract less attention, because people would think that the van's full of cardboard. But the only problem is the fan and the solar panels. I'm probably gonna get flexible solar panels. I don't think, because the normal ones that just stick up on the roof, they are just way too. Is that what I think it is? They're just way too obvious. You like anyone thinking of camper van would just immediately see that, and it would be laughable as a stealth camper. It would be absolutely just unbelievably sad to call your van a stealth camper with your with your solar panels just right up there. So flexible ones, but the fan, I think I kind of wanted to get one of those just like tiny circular fans. So there's no really any fans that are like square or anything, but like those like vent fans, like those tiny fans that you get on like passenger like commuters. I think I don't know how like efficient they are, but I think they would attract less attention at the very least. Like, oh, this person just wants some ventilation in his van for whatever reason, not like a whole ass like max air like block on top of your roof. That just seems a bit. It's just like, I mean, it's the best case scenario, but like as soon as someone sees max air, they're like van life. So it's just it's not entire. It's not very stealthy basically, and that is our goal here. So yeah, really is something to consider. Who knows though? I'll check it out later. Maybe. Well, I mean, obviously, if it's not really that expensive, I could try out the small vents first, and then if it's terrible, then I'll switch to a max air because well, you can switch them out. Well, actually, yeah, the thing is, I sort of plan on getting two of those, and I didn't really want to get two max air fans, so I want to like put them in in the corners of the roof, even though I'm not sure how that would improve efficiency. I'm not sure if that does anything actually efficient, but yeah, if I'm to like drill holes in the van like that, I can't patch it up with because well, the whole idea of them being smaller is that the hole I drill with for that vent I can then make bigger later if it's terrible for the max air fan, but I don't want to make it right in the middle of my van because it's tiny. It's like not even enough to, like, I know one's definitely not going to be enough. One's just absurd, but two, I'm not sure just how I'm supposed to fit it in and still be able to have room for other stuff. Yeah. But stuff I'll consider later. It's not really that crazy. I don't know. should I show my dad my van plans? I really feel like, I mean, like I said, he does support it like half. He's half supports it. He's like, oh, whatever, right? Have a van. Go out with it on like weekends or something. But I'm pretty sure his response would probably just be like wishful thinking, like, no way vans are like that. Because he doesn't think anything's possible. He's literally like, he takes nothing is impossible and flips it on its head, and everything is impossible nowadays because, I don't know, life is hard or something. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty solid plan for the van. I just need to actually prove it after after I build it up and then it works, because yeah, I'm just not really that bothered about the downsides of van life, so I think I can sort of go through it pretty well. But yeah, that's enough of vans. World building, like I said, whenever I work I world build, and that's mostly it's literally like down to music. That's my first point, is that, oh god, my throat is like dead right now. That's why I sound like Ben Shapiro or something. I swear it's been over an hour, but like last video I said that it was literally like a minute before an hour. It was insane. But yeah, music is really essential to my world building. Like every single time, well, I mean, like basically that's what EDM is for me, really. I just use EDM as a way to like, I just use it to visualize my world. Like, I don't know if is it weird? Is it weird that you see stuff through music? I don't think so. But basically, I hear the music and I think of like what scenario in the world it would be, and that helps me develop the world, because like I like the music and I like the visuals it gives me, and so I want a world that sort of comes around with it. And like we have like, I guess, melodic dubstep. What would that be? That would just be like leisurely living. That's like, basically I've come up with these groups, well, literally just before the video, but I've sort of thought about them a bit. Like town living, because I can't have cities because that just sounds way too rubbish. Town living is like, well, just a bunch of dragons, and then they just like form a town, and then it's just like, oh cool, you live like sort of a peaceful farming life, I guess. That's sort of like, I guess, the norm. And we have survivors. Well, yeah, they're sort of like the town living people. They're sort of like just the leisurely living group, and they yeah, that's sort of like melodic dubstep, because they I don't know, they enjoy life, I guess. And then we have what would you call the other, I guess rhythm. Well, not really. Rhythm could be anything. We have bro step, which would be I guess survivors. I'm not really sure. Survivors are basically they're the lifestyle that I think like they just like fight and stuff. They're like nomads, and then they sort of find places that they defend, and then they just fight each other for those places. I guess I don't really know how how well that sort of group would work, because why? Why would they do that? I guess they're like me. They're just like going out alone and fighting apparently. But yeah, they are sort of like living, I guess, would you, I guess you could call it ethical. Like basically everybody lives ethically except for the element collectors, and they're basically a separate lifestyle, and they're like a rhythm. I know it's really cringe. I'm cringing so hard. I'm like sweating saying this stuff because it's really, yeah, it's weird. But it's what I think about, and that's just what you get. That's what you're here for. That's what you signed up for when you click on this video. But yeah, element collectors, they're basically like the unethical guys, and they steal, they kill, they peel other people's skin off, and they basically steal other people's elements, and basically, well, in killing them, and they want all the power because that's just a thing that happens in every world. They're basically what's corrupt about my world, and that's really it. Yeah, so they sort of like try to like live under the radar, and just do their little antics, their funny antics of killing people and taking their souls. Just yeah, on the low down, and they don't want to get completely destroyed by the special elements, which I'm not sure how it could be a lifestyle, but I guess they're like the elite living. I don't know. They're sort of like the peacekeepers. They're what's sort of like, because they're, like I said in the last video, they're like the perfect species. They're sort of like all like really wise and stuff, and they're cool, and they want to keep the peace, and they're not really okay with element collectors, so they want them gone. But there's a way that element collectors get away with that, because they have they could take the soul element, and they can just like block other people in real life. It's brilliant. Yeah, I probably shouldn't explain this sort of stuff because I sound stupid, but it makes sense to me. Yeah, I mean, they could be like, yeah, it's basically like the special elements, the peacekeepers. They could live like elsewhere, and basically elsewhere would be the floating islands that, well, the floating islands that orbit the planet, which that's still a thing because I don't know, still think it's cool. And then we have Crow, just Crow, and he's just a lifestyle by himself, and he's the god. He's the one that sees over everything. Not sure what he does though. He just sort of looks and judges you silently. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it sounds really stupid right now because I'm terrible at explaining, but it's cool. I think it's cool concepts. I think I'm going to go and add them into my world. Try to make some stories around them. Look at this. This is just so satisfying. But I've only got 2 kills, so no, absolutely not satisfying. And yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to maybe making characters for those lifestyles and making them all little stories and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. But I also don't want to go overboard with those, because I really don't want to be those people with like a billion characters that I never use. But I don't have to make a billion characters. It'll just be normal. It won't be too crazy. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. How far away are we? Because we're done with our topics. Oh, come on. Oh dear. Oh wait, we're like 20k away. Is that? Yeah, we're 20k, which would be a few more games. I don't know though. Do I really need this on camera? It's really pointless, isn't it? But like I'm supposed to like do this. I'm supposed to finish this, but I just spent the whole time touring my plan of the van. Oh, far out. Just go for it, right? Have I got anything else written after that? That's pretty. Yeah, no, that's all the stuff I've written. But yeah, Music Week. Music Week is four. Yeah, so basically a pretty standard week today. Well, it is Saturday, so my music week, my music choosing day. And it's pretty standard. 4 songs. They're not too bad either. Last week was good though. Last week was pretty. Yeah, pretty nice for music, but still, yeah, still not really that happy with how how little music I'm getting in a whole week of like subscribing to 10 channels. But yeah, I guess, well, I've been thinking about this. I think I probably talked about it before anyway, but I might as well spew on about it whilst I collect points. Yeah, so like I tried to say in one of my old videos, I said that, well, the new EDM, and I've already like disproved this in another old video, but like the old EDM was more memorable, and I had like a lot more memories, like listening to songs in the old EDM playlist, and the new stuff I've just not really gotten any interested in, and there's no memories that are being made when I'm listening to these songs. But that's just completely untrue, because I'm looking through them. Well, I look through them, and there's so many periods. I'd even argue it's more memorable than the old EDM, because, well, the old EDM playlist literally occurred like throughout the whole of 2019. It was literally the only year that it only took 1 year for me to fill up like 500 songs. And so but I mean, it is impressive though. It's not terrible. It is pretty impressive that I was able to get like that much memories in 2019 alone, and be able to sort of listen through to them in audio form, in the form of EDM. But now, since 2021, I think. Oh no, not since 2020. Yeah, 2020 is when I made my EDM 2 playlist, and yeah, it's very nice. It's very memorable. There's a ton of groups of songs that I can relate to, like times that have happened, basically the first would be the start of the playlist, which happened basically like at the end of 2019, which was the best time of my life. But yeah, it's a good way of that was a good part of the playlist. The second part would be just at the start of 2021 or 2020. And that's when I was like heading out a bunch. I was like basically exploring around, because I don't know, I was just bored or something. I was like when I rode my bike a ton and just rode around all over the place, and it was like nice, because I was listening to those songs throughout that time. And then the third, well, I don't know what the third would be. Maybe like in 2021, which is a big jump, but I'm sure there was other stuff that happened in 2020 that I was able to be memorable about. But in 2021, a big part was when I was incredibly into mountain biking and into editing my dad's videos. And that time, I was listening to a bunch of really memorable songs as well. And yeah, so that was also a very nice time. And then after that, I have another big part of when I basically had the first few days of dropping out, and and yeah, that time there was a bunch of also memorable songs. I don't know. I might as well just like name memories at this point, but my point is not that I was trying to make a point. I was just talking about the what's it, the songs that the songs that I listen to at specific times. But yeah, it's good. It's there's a bunch of wonderful memories being made through those songs. It's terrible. My explanation is terrible. Like I said, awful commentary day. But I was able to talk about most things. Actually, yeah, I don't think I need to complete this today because I'll probably be playing deathmatch just passively afterwards as well, and there's still like a week left on the battle pass, so I think I'll be able to get it done anyway. Right, whatever then. We'll stop after this game because I'm absolutely completely out of things to talk about. But yeah, that's really all it is. Held a bird last week, or the week before last week, because I didn't talk about it for some reason. A bird basically flew into our house, and I had to coax it out, but it was like in the corner, and it wouldn't go anywhere, and I had to basically lift it out of the house because it was just stuck. It was just stuck in the corner, and I tried. I don't know why, right? All I thought about was hold gently like hamburger. And so I tried that on the bird after it calmed down, and just wouldn't have it. It just ran right out of my hamburger hold, and it just didn't work. So then I just had it perch on my finger, and I just let it out, and that was pretty cool. Not really like crazy though. It's not like I experienced something new and insane. It was just holding a bird. I've never done that before actually, so I guess it is new, but not really insane because it felt really just how I expected it would. Or maybe it was just my adrenaline because I didn't want that bird to keep on messing around in the house because I didn't want it to start pooping everywhere. Luckily though, it seemed to have left its dump outside, so nothing really bad happened. But it was still a bit scary. I was calm throughout though. I was calm like a big man, and didn't freak out over the bird. The bird was freaking out though. Had its feathers all ruffled. It's not very good, but that's that. Okay, finally we can go. All right. Bye bye.